Hey guys, it's Destry. Welcome back to my yard. Today I'm actually in my greenhouse and I am entitling this video, Saving the Cyclamen. So I will explain all, but today we are on a rescue mission to save some cyclamen from the soggy Pacific Northwest soil. So let's get to it. So earlier this fall, I planted some cyclamen plants outside in my entryway and in one of my backyard pots. And then it started raining. And here in Oregon, it rains and it rains and it rains and it rains. But this year we have had an extraordinary amount of rain. In fact, we've had some like flood warnings and stuff like that, and it has just rained. So today is the first day where, I mean, it's raining on and off, but it hasn't been like a downpour. So I went and checked on some of my cyclamen plants and it's not looking pretty. Basically they are a tuber, so there is like a bulb under the soil. So my goal today is to try to get them out of the pots that they're in outside and try to save these plants if I can save the bulbs and get them out of that soggy soil. Which is funny because when I planted them outside, I thought that the cold might kill them, but I never thought about the fact that it's just too wet outside for them in this climate. So let me go ahead and I'll show you what's going on with my cyclamen and where I'm planning on trying to save them. So this is the pot that I have available that I'm going to try to repot the cyclamen in. And I do have some soil that is a cactus mix and mixed with regular potting soil. So that's where I'm planning on putting the cyclamen once I get them dug out of the ground. I'm going to use this bigger, like shallow pot and just try to pot them all in here if I can. So let me go show you what they're looking like outside. So here they are in this pot, and these ones are actually looking better than the ones in the front. But you can see basically they are moldy, they're mildewing, the leaves are just turning to mush, the flowers have turned to mush. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I still have some blooms here, so I don't know, I might just try to groom these, but I might go ahead and pull these out. Let's see, this one's still got some blooms on it. Excuse me. And they did okay for a while, but then they just kind of, like, I just think they're getting too much moisture, even though this pot has drainage. So I'm gonna go ahead and tidy this pot up and see how it's looking. But I definitely know some of the ones in the front I'm definitely pulling out. These ones still look okay, so I might just groom the pot and rotate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on this pot first, but let me show you the ones out in the front too that are struggling a little worse than these ones. All right, here's where the story gets really, really, really sad. Look at these poor cyclamen. I might be too late for these. I don't know, you guys. Yeah, they're just real bad. This one's okay. This one I think I can probably save. I don't know about these two white ones. Here's the other two white ones. They're just a slimy mess. And here's the other red one. So that one's looking decent. So I'm gonna pull all of these out of here today. These were some pots I did, and you know, the pots themselves look great. I definitely think that the holly, like sticking the holly in there, that still looks great and fresh and nice. But yeah, the cyclamen, not so much. Let me show you the one other pot I have it in. These are also the red. So same thing here, just a slimy mess. So I'm gonna pull those out of there today, and hopefully I'm not too late. Now cyclamen do go dormant in the summertime. So if I'm not too late to save the bulbs, this camellia's kind of hasn't done that great here either. It's had some blooms and they've all just kind of, you know, not done much, unfortunately. I was kind of bummed about that. So anyways, I'm gonna pull these out of here and let's see if we can save those bulbs, and you know, maybe I'm not too late and I can still save the bulb and try to save my investment a little bit here. So I went ahead and tried to groom the cyclamen, and they're just rotting. So if I leave them here, they're just gonna turn to mush, and we have more rain in the forecast. So I think what I'm gonna try to do is just dig out the tubers, repot them in some drier soil, and put them in my greenhouse. So let me go ahead and start that process, and let me see if I can show you if I can get a hold of one of the tubers and show you what it looks like. Now, I've been doing a little bit more research on cyclamen, and you know, this is partially my fault. Well, it's all my fault because I'm the gardener or the gardener, but I probably shouldn't have put these outside. I think they're gonna do better for me indoors in my area, in my zone 8B. But here's the deal, you guys, the tubers are still alive under here, right? There's still a bulb down here, and I don't wanna mess up the roots too much, but there's still a bulb or a tuber down here. So this plant is still alive. So if I can dig these up and save them, I can A, save my investment of buying all these cyclamen, and B, hopefully save the plants too, so they won't just turn into mush. Because you can see even the new blooms that are coming on are just mush. So it's kind of a bummer deal, but you know what? This was an experiment anyway. So experiment fail, at least not for a long-term planning. They were not successful. So I'm gonna go ahead. Greenhouse, my hands are cold and damp, but I got those all out of the ground, and my greenhouse right now is 62 degrees, so very much warmer than what these cyclamen were used to. So I'm hoping they do okay with this transition. I might turn that thermostat down just a couple notches because I think they want to be right around 50 to maybe 60 degrees. They still like cool weather, but anyway, most of them look okay. I'm going to show you the ones that were in the backyard pot were these ones, and these ones actually look a lot better. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was in the outside pot in the backyard, and then the ones that were out front are the ones that are really squishy and kind of, I don't know. These red ones look better. So definitely the red ones fared better than the white ones in these conditions. But I remember the woman, when I bought the white ones, she said, oh, well, why are you buying so many? And I was like, oh, I'm going to plant them outside. And she kind of gave me a look like, you're going to do what now? But she didn't say anything. So I should have maybe asked if that was a good idea. But you know what? It's all about trying stuff and learning. I mean, they're not dead. Well, a couple of those are pretty squishy, but these ones aren't dead. So I'm just gonna pot them up in some well-draining soil. So I mixed some cactus mix that I had, not very much, but I had a little bit with some regular potting soil. And I'm just gonna plant them up and keep them here in my greenhouse and see if they can kind of perk back up. The ones that are really squishy, I'll probably cut most of the foliage off and, you know, again, just keep the rhizome or the bulb and see if it survives. But some of them look pretty healthy still. So I think my rescue mission is going to be a success, but time will tell. But I definitely learned that these plants for zone 8B at least are not necessarily the best plants to put outside when it pours rain for many months out of had to take my coat off. It's warm in here. I had to take my jacket off. Anyway, let me show you what I ended up with over here for Project Save the Cyclamen. Let me show you. All right, so here's what I ended up with. You can see this one's probably in the best shape. This one's still bloomy and looking pretty good. It's actually about 2 days since I filmed the first part of this video, and they seem to be doing pretty well. They're bouncing back pretty good. Now these are the white ones that I cut way back here and one here. So I'm not sure if those are gonna survive. But the pink and the red seem to be doing really, really well. So I'm pretty happy with how they're looking. I am gonna fertilize them, and hopefully that will kind of help them to bounce back. But I think they're a lot happier here in the greenhouse. So anyway, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that you found it informative and, you know, kind of entertaining. It's, you know, I'm always learning, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I'm always learning. I still consider myself a pretty new gardener, and, you know, when you try different plants, sometimes things work out and sometimes things don't, but I think that I saved these cyclamen in time, so that hopefully I will still be able to enjoy some blooms here in my greenhouse. So thanks for hanging out with me, and if you need me, I'll be hanging out in the yard. See you later. Bye.